Hi, welcome to the Josilyn Drake Show. I am your host, Josilyn Drake. Mother's Day is in a couple of days, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to honor all the mothers. It is a lifetime responsibility. Whether our children are 13, 20, 50, we all feel the burden to always be concerned about their lives, and that's the role of a mother. It never ends. And so what I wanted to do with this special program, I wanted to take the opportunity to encourage you, to honor you, and to say thank you for the sacrifices that you make throughout the years for your children and just honing on your responsibility. And so I have special guests here today who's going to encourage us as they talk about their mothers, and I hope that it will encourage you to keep pressing, keep persevering. So help me welcome to the Josilyn Drake Show, Addison. Hi, Addison.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining me on the Josilyn Drake Show.
I'm glad.
Yes, awesome. I want to give you a little backdrop with Addison. I've heard the testimony of her parents. Actually, they had twins that did not make it. And so Addison is actually a prayer answered from the Lord. And I just want to kind of ask her a little question about, like, how does that feel? You know, there are children in the world whose parents tolerate them. There are children in the world whose parents feel like they're a burden. But there are people in the world, there are mothers in the world who have prayed to the Lord for children, and He answered them. And Addison happens to be one of those children. So, Addison, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm in fourth grade. I really like to sing, and I want to be an actor when I grow up.
An actor, wow. Awesome, and I know you'll do it. Addison is also one of my students in the Destiny School of Worship, and she has a beautiful voice, and she's breaking her leg, going out there auditioning, and I know we'll see her on the big screen of Broadway one day. So I was saying about your parents praying for you, and you are answered prayer from the Lord. How does that feel to know that, you had people praying that you would get here so that they can love you?
I feel like it's sad and happy at the same time. The sad part is that they had twins and they died. But then there's another good part that they prayed and now they have children that they can take care of and love.
Awesome. And your parents do a wonderful job at that. I can just tell by you and your sister Christian's just attitude and spirit. And so that's a blessing. So Mother's Day is on Sunday. It is the day we recognize the women that birthed us. So tell us about your mom.
She is the best mom ever.
Oh.
I don't know what I could do without her. She mainly gives, so now for Christmas, I've asked for a tablet and a phone. I've got one of them, but now I have a phone and a tablet.
Wow, so she makes sure she does what you want her to do, huh? She hears your prayers, she hears your requests, and she goes about doing what she can to make it happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. What else that you love about your mother?
She helps me and my sister a lot, and she can help our dad, and she just praises the Lord, and we do too.
Awesome. Awesome. So you're people who love the Lord. That is fabulous. And I've seen you worship the Lord, and it is a beautiful sight. It is authentic, and I love that. So what is it that you want to say to your mother on today?
You are the best mom ever. I don't know what I could do without you. Thank you for everything you've given me, and I love you a lot.
So look in that camera and tell her how much you love her.
I love you a lot, and I hope we can spend lots of time together.
Awesome. And your mom is real big, and your dad, of course, about taking you all on trips. So spring break you went to, tell us a little bit about what you did on spring break.
We went to New York. It was real cool, and it's real busy. They have like a lot of islands. For example, they have a prisoner island, like people have their own islands. They have the Statue of Liberty. We went on the boat and saw that. It was real cool.
Awesome. So we can see that your mother is very intentional. She's very active in your life, and you are blessed to have that because not all children have parents who go out of their way to make sure that their kids do well. So you're blessed. All right. Can you encourage some other mothers? You know, it's a hard task. It's a big task. It's a huge responsibility. As I mentioned earlier, it's a responsibility that never ends. Like when you're married with children, you're 30 and 50 years old, your mom is still going to be concerned about you. She's still going to be calling saying, Addison, you know, do this, or Addison, are you okay? Are the children okay? So how can you just encourage other mothers who may feel a little discouraged right now about some things that are going on in their lives in the aspect of motherhood?
If your son or daughter wants something but you can't afford it, maybe try getting something a little more cheaper that they may have wanted in the past.
Awesome. And what else can you encourage mothers? Do you think that they should just continue on even if sometimes they're a little discouraged?
Mm-hmm. They should ask the Lord for help and pray to Him, talk to Him, and He'll help you.
Awesome. I agree. You know, not everybody believes in the Lord, but I think we all, for the majority, believe in a God. And so whoever that God is, they would just pray to Him. Huh? You should be able to ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So can you encourage children who may be going through this time? And, you know, sometimes you all don't understand your parents. You don't understand, you don't like everything that they do because sometimes they have to discipline you, right? And sometimes you can be ungrateful about having wonderful parents who love you. And sometimes you can have attitudes and things like that. Can you encourage some young people to really love on their mothers, to really be grateful for having a mother because it is a blessing?
Having a mother is the best thing ever. She will love you, maybe like no one else will, and she will be there for you mainly, and she may get you maybe what you want.
Is it important that you get what you want?
The important thing is what you need.
Very good. Awesome. That is so true. It is what you need. Yeah, and sometimes the unthankfulness comes, or the ingratitude comes when you don't get what you want. But I can probably say for the majority of parents, they really do what they need to do in order to ensure that their children have what they need, which is what are some things that they need?
They need clothes, shoes, food, water. They need love to praise God. And I think that's it.
That's about it. She covered it all for the most part. So, Addison, I want to thank you so much for just taking this time to come today to the Josilyn Drake Show and to encourage mothers and to share about your own mom. We look forward to having you back pretty soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have another young lady who wants to take the opportunity to love on her mother and to encourage you moms after the break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Right now, we're in the process of interviewing Miss Micaiah as she shares about mothers and the love of a mother on this special Mother's Day episode. Hi, Micaiah. Welcome to the Josilyn Drake Show.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Very good. Awesome. So, Micaiah is also a student at my Destiny School of Worship. And she also has a beautiful voice, but I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself. So tell us about yourself, Micaiah.
Well, I'm in the 7th grade. I love to sing and I like to dance. When I get older, I want to be a cosmetologist.
Awesome. So you already mapped out your life, huh?
I'm still working on it.
But you have some plans in place, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Awesome. So Mother's Day is on Sunday, and it is the day we recognize the women that birthed us. So tell us about your mom.
Well, my mama, she's really nice and I really love her. It's like she does stuff for me that I don't think anybody would do. And I don't know, I just really love her.
She's the best mom?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Tell us some of the things that you think that your mom does that no one else would do for you.
Well, like, she puts me in all of these activities, after school activities that I really like, and she brings me to all of them, and it's like we're at the house like almost every day of the week, especially at the church.
Yeah, you're very active at your church, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
I think you're at the church probably more than the pastor. What do you think? Kind of. Yeah, you're here a lot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, what is it that you want to say to your mother?
Well, for one, I really love you, Mama, and I just hope that we live a long life together, and that I just hope we live a long life together, and that you will always be there with me.
She's about to make me cry. Micaiah has a very special story that we're not going to get into, but yeah, because I know the backdrop, it is such a blessing. Micaiah is a blessed young lady. She really is. So can you encourage mothers who may just be, going through a difficult time right now? They may feel like they failed in an area or failed their children, and they may want to give up, or they don't feel like their children are appreciative enough of the things that they do. Can you encourage a mom for me today?
Yes, ma'am. I would just say try to listen to your child and pray. Pray that God will guide you and let you follow the right path.
Wow. These kids we can see have been trained up in the Lord because most of their answers are about God. And they have more wisdom, I think, than a lot of us. That's pretty awesome. Their parents, it shows that their parents are doing an awesome job in training them up in the fear and admonition of the Lord. So can you encourage children who may be going through this time? Sometimes you don't appreciate everything your parents do for you, or sometimes you get attitudes with them, give them a hard time. If they say do one thing, you have a face or you roll your eyes or something like that. What would you say to children who sometimes do that, not understanding how it may hurt their mother who's trying to do everything she can for them?
I would just say if you're gonna catch an attitude, just try to take a deep breath and breathe. Because one day you never know, you might wake up and your mother might be gone. She might not be there the next day. So I just say try to appreciate everything your mother does now. That way when she's gone, you could just be grateful for everything that she's done.
Wow, what advice. That advice is pretty deep, not just for young children, but for all of us. We may be older right now, but we should still show some type of appreciation for our parents if they're living. For those who know what it feels like not to have your parent, who may have gone on to be with the Lord, I know you would agree with me that as often as you can, you should reach out and just encourage your mom, or just call and say, hey, Mom, I was just thinking about you. I love you, and thank you for all that you do. Micaiah's answer was just beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
And so I want to say to you moms, don't give up. I know some days you just feel like you you're defeated, or some days you feel like you're not enough, or some days you feel like you don't have what it takes, or some days you may feel like your children aren't appreciative. Know for sure that they are very appreciative. Some of you've had children, they've gone on with college, and now you're trying to figure out what life is about. It is a new season for you to embrace you. It is your time to enjoy the life that is left for you, and I want to encourage you to to get out and enjoy and see what is in store for you. And I want to say to the children, make sure that you continue to love on your mother, because as Micaiah said, you'll never know when something may happen where you don't have a mom. There are children out there, and I know personally, who on this Mother's Day does not have a mother to say Happy Mother's Day to. And they may be 3 years old, they can be 12, they can be 17, and those are the hard years when you really need your mother in those informative years when you're young and you need that guidance. And so if that happens to be you, I want to encourage you to let you know that the Lord says that He will never leave you nor forsake you, and that He will make up the difference. I know that He has supplied other people in your life to help you along that journey in a mother aspect. They are not your mother. No one can ever replace your mother. But I know that He has some people that He's placed in your life to help you walk through this process. I know it's hard, but I pray that the Lord will give you strength. Again, happy Mother's Day, and I hope that you enjoyed this program and that it has encouraged you in some way in motherhood. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. The Josilyn Drake Show never stops. The conversation continues on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us, like us, and be a part of the conversation. Until next time, enjoy life. See you next week on The Josilyn Drake Show. Get Josilyn's new single from her upcoming sophomore album, In This Place, on iTunes and all digital outlets. Log on to jocelyndrake.com and get your Dear Younger Me apparel.